Good evening and welcome in to Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa, the home of the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. Alongside Chris Larson, I'm John Schaefer, and in just a moment we'll have the great matchup between Central Lyon and North Mahaska. The Central Lions enter 19-4, North Mahaska 22-2 on the year. And Chris, it might be a late night, a little past my bedtime tonight, but that's okay because we've had a great state tournament run so far. Class 2A, the 1-8 matchup was a good one, and now we get the 4-5.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw a really good basketball game in that first one, but I love these 4-5 matchups, right? Especially when they come from different sides of the state. Both really good teams want to go out and prove something tonight.
And you've been around this court a time or two in your day. What's it like when your players get this spotlight on them?
Yeah, I think these late night games are kind of great, or any last of the day. They've kind of got to see everybody else go out and play, and kind of it relaxes you a little bit. Great energy in the arena right now, and they're just dying to get their opportunity to get out there.
Well, we're looking forward to the 4-5 matchup. When we come back here on the Girls Digital Network, we will make sure to get you the seeds of the game. And then Chris will have those dialed up here in just a moment.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
And welcome back into Wells Fargo Arena, getting ready for a fun one between Central Lyon and North Mahaska. Let's take a look at how both of these teams got here on their road to state. Of course, for Central Lyon, 19-4 on the season. Region 6 champs, they defeated West Fork 69-53. Chris, break it down here for North Mahaska.
Well, if you take a look here for them, they were the regional champs, and then they really do a great job on defense, right? They're only allowing 32 points a game, which is second in all of 2A, but they score 57 points a game, which is ninth in 2A, led by a couple really, really wonderful players.
Looking forward to seeing how they match up. That'll also take us into our seeds for success. Here they are, a look at them right here. Brought to you by Channel Seeds, and go ahead on that one, Chris.
All right, let's start with North Mahaska, all right? For them, they're a balanced bunch, right? They have 3 people who are averaging in double figures, so they got to keep that, share the basketball, good things will happen. And then let's see if they can steal a win. They have 5 players who average over a steal a game, and for them, it's Regan Grew who leads them with nearly 2 a game. Wow. For Central Lyon, defense starts with good offense. And what I'm saying is we talk about all that steals. They just got to take care of the basketball, have good offensive possessions, get organized, and get shots. You're not going to make all your shots, but get shots every possession. That's going to help them get back in defense and not give up those easy layups. And then on offense, I want to see them attack in the paint, get to the foul line. They have 5 people who have shot over 50 free throws this year, and they're led by Aubrey Metzger in that category.
Aubrey Metzger, a player to watch, also a tall player to watch.
Right.
At 6'2", the senior center for this Central Lyon team, and certainly will be an integral part if they look to advance to take on the top-seeded EBF Rockets, who just came away with the win against Trainer. Getting you ready for the 4-5 nightcap here. Supposed to be an 8:30 tip-off, a little bit behind that, but that's A-okay with us. When we come back, we'll get you the starting lineups here on the Girls Union Digital Network.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, a 5th-generation farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Erin Gerlich, executive director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We're excited to have you join us for the Girls State Basketball Tournament.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to be the title sponsor of this amazing event. Iowa's farmers work endlessly to grow and raise nutritious food and sustain our local communities. Similarly, Iowa's student athletes dedicate countless hours to train and excel in their sport. Partnering with the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union allows us to celebrate farmers and student athletes while supporting and empowering the Iowa girl.
Reaching the state tournament is a tremendous achievement, and it requires strong support. Thanks to the Iowa Farm Bureau, we can celebrate and honor students for their accomplishments on the basketball court and in the classroom. The Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to your success, assisting our organization in providing awards, grants and scholarships, as well as concussion insurance and these wonderful championship hats. These contributions not only protect student athletes' health, but also highlight outstanding performance in both athletics and academics.
As Iowans, we have so much to be proud of, and every single one of us plays a role in making our state great. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau
And the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations on an outstanding season and best of luck in the tournament.
We're back inside of Wells Fargo Arena here in Des Moines, Iowa. Chris Larson alongside John Schaefer. And Chris, it's been a while since we connected.
Right?
I mean, it's been I think last time I probably saw you, I was interviewing you down here at some point.
Right before COVID hit, if I remember correctly. That's been a while, hasn't it? The world changed a little bit.
Oh my goodness! And think back to that. I mean, we squeezed a girls' state basketball tournament in before the COVID hit. I was actually down in Oklahoma City where Rudy Gobert's breakout happened, and it shut down all the sports world. Boy, that was 5 long years ago now. Thank goodness we've moved on and moved past it.
You know what? It makes you appreciate things like this, though, right?
Oh, absolutely.
When you get the opportunity to be here in an arena, a couple great schools who've had great basketball seasons, it really puts all perspective and hopefully reshape people's mindset.
As we get ready here for North Mahaska and Central Lyon. North Mahaska will be in the white and red uniforms. Central Lyon in the purple road uniforms tonight. Lions enter 19-4. Warhawks 22-2. Inching closer to our starting lineup announcements. And again, I think we've got an idea of who it's going to be, but you mentioned a player to watch. Aubrey Metzger at 6'2", stands out amongst most of them on the court, and she's going to be a player to watch tonight.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do a really good job. That's going to be the key to success for North Mahaska.
Let's turn it over to our public address announcer for our pregame ceremonies.
Welcome, and we are glad you're here for tonight's 2025 Girls State Basketball 2A quarterfinal matchup featuring the Central Lyon Lions and the North Mahaska Warhawks. Fans, tradition is an important part of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's storied history. Because our past is an integral part of what we do today, we ask that everyone in attendance please join in a round of applause to show our appreciation to all the women who have participated in high school athletics in Iowa. Once an Iowa girl, always an Iowa girl. Fans, at this time, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship shown by Central Lyon High School and North Mahaska High School. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school is asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Maya Tecklenburg from Johnston High School, a member of the IGHSAU Student Athlete Advisory Committee, will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school's scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Central Lyon High School, Jeff Cruz. And from North Mahaska High School, Lee and Karen Epperson.
Thank you for attending this conference and for your support on school-based activities. By attending this event, you have the responsibility to represent your school and community in a positive manner. So let's show respect to the athletes, coaches, officials, and our fellow fans. Thank you for your attendance and enjoy the game. And enjoy the game! And enjoy the game. Hey, don't forget to enjoy the game.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union promotes good sportsmanship by everyone here in attendance tonight. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, officials, and spectators in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments, or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives, or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We thank you for your cooperation and invite you to, as the lady said in the video, enjoy the game. Fans, it's now time to introduce the players in today's 2A quarterfinal matchup. First, here are your non-starters and assistant coaches for the Central Lyon Lions. Number 10, Ada Vanderzee. Number 12, Emery Lincecum. Number 24, Erica Floyd. Number 30, Jessa Vanderweerd. Number 32, Taylor Reitkema. Number 34, Anna Meyerberg. 42, Avery Harmon. And 52, Eliana Hofert. Your assistant coaches, Greg Town and Jared DeBay. Now let's meet your non-starters and assistant coaches for the Warhawks of North Mahaska. Number 10, Addison Falb. Number 24, Peyton Sanders. Number 30, Libby Hargis. Number 32, Samantha Van Wielden. Number 40, Natalie Linder. Number 42, Carly Lake. Number 44, Sarah Van Dosseler. Number 50, Jolyn Fogel. And number 52, Olivia Ridgway. Your assistant coaches, Tara Greer and Trey Bennett. And now, here are your starters for this 2A quarterfinal. For Central Lyon at guard, a 5'7" junior, number 4, Cheyenne Struckman. For North Mahaska at guard, a 6' senior, number 12, Becken Schilling. For the Lions at guard, a 5'9" junior, number 14, Danica Hugendorn. For the Warhawks at guard, a 5'5" junior, number 14, Allie Style. For Central Lyon at forward, a 5'10" senior, number 20, Alexis Austin. For North Mahaska at guard, a 5'6" senior, number 20, Kayla Reedshaw. At forward for the Lions, a 5'10" senior, number 22, Georgie Odekoven. For the Warhawks, at forward, a 5'8" senior, number 22, Sydney Anderson. And for the Lions at center, a 6'2" senior, number 50, Aubrey Metzger. For the Warhawks, at guard, a 5'6" senior, number 34, Reagan Gruey. Head coach for the Lions is Heather Grafing, and for the Warhawks, L.E. Moore. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our officials for today's 2A quarterfinal as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Your referee, Deidre Moore. Umpire, Joel Kryenbrink. Umpire, Casey Pelser. And your bench official, Dante Terry. All right, who's ready for state tournament basketball?
We certainly are. And before we begin today's game, we'd like to once again thank Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. For their support, the Iowa Farm Bureau has an office located in each county across Iowa. We'd like to thank the offices listed on your screen for their support of the two teams playing in our game today. Thank you, Iowa Farm Bureau, for supporting the IGHSAU and the Iowa Girls. Well, we're certainly ready for tip-off here. It'll be Aubrey Metzger stepping in against Sydney Anderson. Metzger with a bit of a size advantage on the tip-off, Chris, but no less. We are underway from the well.
Look at that offensive tip right off the bat.
And a quick bucket, don't blink, Georgie Odakoven with the first bucket of the night. They're going to run a press to Central Lyon. Can't get the putback. Well, there's Metzger with the putback. Comes up with the offensive board. 4 quick points for Central Lyon. I said don't blink, and I meant it. Keep your eyes wide open as Central Lyon comes out red hot. North Mahaska tries to get a good look at the 3, but Metzger gets a paw print on it. And then she'll get the transition bucket for 2 more. A quick 6 to start this game. And you're going to get a foul here coming your way on Danica Hugendorn, her first, but like a bullet.
Right? That's what we talked about. When you don't know these teams and they don't know each other, sometimes you don't know the speed, the pace. Obviously, Rock Valley has really good size and strength to them. North Mahaska's got to settle in, take care of the basketball, beat the pressure, and then go attack in the half court.
That pressure is certainly suffocating. Cheyenne Struckman comes away with the steal. Central Lyon will get back into their sets. The Lions working it around the perimeter. They've got some size in the paint with 6'2" Aubrey Metzger, who's got a mismatch down low. Nice little give and go feed down low. Can't corral it. We're going to get a held ball. Good battle there.
Yeah, really nice job there by Sydney Anderson. She stayed on Metzger's hip the entire time. They tried to get that high-low, but she used her quickness to get in that passing lane.
Will be a ball going North Mahaska's way, but this press still creating a lot of issues. The couple shots there by Central Lyon go up, but no good. That ball tipped out of bounds once again. And North Mahaska, I think, panicking just a little bit. I don't know that they were expecting this kind of pressure.
Yeah, and the best way to beat the pressure, though, is to get stops on the defensive end, and you can't press if you don't score.
Nice little nifty reverse lay-in by Cheyenne Struckman, her first bucket of the night. 8-0 run to open this game by Central Lyon.
Yeah, and there's another one.
Nearly kept in bounds by Alexis Austin. She snuck in behind Allie Style, and really you've got to communicate if you're a North Mahaska player there. Let her know she's got some back pressure.
Yep. I think especially it's looking like you really want to take 2 or 3 dribbles and look to pass, right? Take 2 or 3 dribbles aggressively, look to pass, work together, right? We talked about that from the start. They're a balanced team. There you go.
North Mahaska finds their first points of the game off the hand of Brecken Schilling. She uses the window for a couple, and now North Mahaska going to go into a press of their own.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Look at the effort there by Regan Gruey, and Gruey diving for that ball. Doesn't come up with it, but you love the effort here at State.
Absolutely. Really good hustle. We might have a wild one here tonight, John. Everybody's
no
pressing.
dozing off to this one tonight, that's for sure. Central Lyon will inbound up 6. Danica Hugendorn with the ball. Feeds it across to Struckman. Around the horn they go. Back to Struckman. Hugendorn over to the corner.
Anderson working hard inside.
And we got a lane violation there, and it's a good way to create a turnover. That comes from battling down in the paint.
Really fun to watch, too, right? 2 different types of pressure. 1-2-1-1, trapping all over. A zone pressure for Rock Valley. Much better job by North Mahaska this time, breaking the press.
Up and at him goes Regan Gruey, but Gruey rejected by Metzger, and Central Lyon going back at it the other way. A big open three look comes up a little short, but prancing down Broadway for the rebound with Central Lyon. It gets knocked away, and North Mahaska coming right back.
North Mahaska has to settle in right now. Good pass.
Nice hesitation and a great find on the back door. It's Sydney Anderson for 2 more, and that's good job by North Mahaska.
Now look at their pressure's a little different, right? Just straight man-to-man. They're going to pressure you all the way. I wonder if they won't wrap it up and maybe try and do a little run, jump, and trap as the game goes along. They've settled in a little bit right now, though.
Central Lyon. Nice find on the back cut. Easy up and in for Danica Hugendorn, but that's great vision at the top of the arc.
And a really nice little back pick that time by Metzger.
North Mahaska breaks the press there. Nice ball movement. They'll work it over to the corner. Driving baseline. Looking for the feed there was Style. Just kind of ran out of some real estate. We'll get our first substitution of this game. Substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Get a couple of subs in for Central Lyon.
Straight up half-court man. They do a really nice job on this, Rock Valley has so far. Not many openings. They're gaps. They're getting off help position really well.
North Mahaska looking for an open. Here's a three. Rattles off the front iron is Gruey's shot. We're going to get a foul here on North Mahaska. It's going to be Natalia Linder, her first.
North Mahaska, we talked about the steals they have. They're going to have to create some intensity, I think, on the defensive end to create offense. They're going to have trouble in the half-court offense tonight just because of the size advantage that Rock Valley has.
And Regan Gruey there with the tip away.
Yep.
Nice feed underneath. Metzger with the advantage, and she'll put it up and in off the glass. Yep. Her 6th point of the night, 12-4 lead for Central Lyon. And we've got a body called there on Danica Hugendorn, her 2nd already, and it's a bit of a problem.
Yep. That is a problem, but they have a deep bench and really great setup over there by Coach Graffing. You know, they isolated the whole side. Alexis Austin was able to lob it over, and Metzger kept it up really high. I love to see those good sideline OB plays.
Coaches always appreciate what's drawn up nicely and then executed even better.
Yep.
And that's going to be a body there. A little aggressive was Alexis Austin, and CU look heaven's word as sometimes that'll frustrate a coach too. Just, I like the effort, but we got to be careful and aware of our body control there.
Yeah, especially right here, right? We're about halfway through the first quarter. Both teams are nearing that double bonus situation. You know, you can get into it early. That's a really good way to get some easy points at the end of the quarter.
As a coach, how much did you like the move to the quarter system and going to that double bonus automatic at 5?
There you go.
Nice little runner there by Schilling, her 2nd bucket of the night.
I liked it. You know, the only thing I regret,
that pass bounds out of bounds.
Yep, right there you want to tell. 2-hand pass, right? Kind of a one-hand cross-court pass against the man. Don't want to do that. They've been doing such a good job taking care of the ball. Only thing, I miss the 1-and-1. You know, I do miss the 1-and-1, especially in those tight end-of-game situations.
A little bit more pressure, right?
Yeah.
Well, North Mahaska's whittled the lead down to 6 here. They're back into their offensive sets.
Really nice job on the ball right there.
Plenty of time on the shot clock despite the audience noise behind us.
No tricking.
Turn, and Linder couldn't get it to go there.
Oh, she might have got away with steps there.
We play on.
And see, this is what we were talking about at the outset, right? Get set up, get yourself organized in the half court, and I think Central Lyon really does have the advantage if they run half court offense.
You're seeing them work it around the perimeter right now, out to Metzger at the top of the arc. You won't see her out there very much. She sets a high screen, maybe looking for a little bit of a roll. She's got a mismatch down low. Falling for it, we'll take the 3 instead is Central Lyon. Struckman, she's off the iron, and Linder gives it away there. Pulling a China shop there, rattles the ball around, and comes out North Mahaska's way. Style with it.
Yeah, one thing, if I'm on North Mahaska's bench right now.
The three comes up short.
Sometimes you got to adapt in these state tournament games. You're not used to playing teams that are as talented or sometimes even more talented than you. They're going to have to do a better job sharing the ball handling duties. I think they probably had fairly easy time bringing it up in their conference and maybe in their area. But in this game, they're going to have to use 4 or 5 ball handlers in order to get that ball up the court.
Again, if you're just joining us, 12-6 Central Lyon. This game opened up with a hard press from the Lions as we see the Patrick Mahomes pass, 2-on-1 break, tipped away, and that's off of the knee of Ada Vanderzee, and the freshman had a 2-on-1 look, but good defense there by North Mahaska.
Yep, good hands. Good hands. We talked about that, right? Really good defensive team. North Mahaska settling in a little bit against that pressure.
Backdoor pass. Tried the give and go, just giving away a little bit. Central Lyon now in transition. They have numbers right into Metzger's ankles, and that'll be a held ball. And Chris, as a coach there, what do you say to your team in that transition opportunity?
Yeah, it's hard, right? You know, I think 2 different theories a little bit. If I'm North Mahaska, I want to attack, right? Because they're at a little bit of a size disadvantage, so 5-on-5 basketball is going to be hard. If I'm Rock Valley, I actually, when they have the advantage, I want to pull out, run good offense, work around Schilling. Not that she has to score every time, but work around her, and there you go. Get in the paint on the dribble.
Ripkema is going to go to the line.
Really good. She had a little shot fake, right? Because what's happening when you reverse the ball side to side for Rock Valley, North Mahaska is so concerned about Schilling in there and the help side defense. Their girls are really going to have to work. So every side to side just loosens them up, and then a good shot fake, and you can get some really good driving lanes.
Ripkema to shoot 2. Flushes the first. Taylor Ripkema, just a freshman, 5'7". Central Lyon trying to really work inside out, I'd say, and then back to the inside again. Just looking for passing lanes. Both teams playing an effective man defense, though, once they're set in their defensive backcourt. Goes 2 for 2, does Ripkema.
Yeah, nice touch there. Get it out. Really want to aggressively, 3-4 dribbles, and then find the next person. There you go.
That curl around a style working nicely there for North Mahaska to get set up. Drive by Schilling.
Good.
Schilling, good little kick there. Jumper does not go, but a good look for North Mahaska, no less. And I think if you're coach there, you'll take those looks all night.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Moore right there, that's what he wants to see, right? That was good, taking care of the basketball, and they got a good shot out of it.
Neither of these teams using the entirety of the 35-second shot clock as Metzger dribbles in. She'll kick it back out.
Good choice.
Central Lyon will reset.
All right.
Odekoven had it tipped away. North Mahaska going back at it the other way. Here's Schilling up ahead to the corner. Thought about the 3 was Gruey. Instead, they'll go inside the bucket and the foul. It's Sydney Anderson.
That's what we talked about, right? Get there before Schilling can get back and be a problem in the paint. It was quick offense, right? Couple dribbles, get it up the floor, get it inside, run the lanes, get an and one. Good basketball.
Chance for a 3-point play and make it a 5-point game here is Sydney Anderson. Anderson's shot rattles down. She's up to 5 now. Under a minute to play in this first quarter. It is flown by as Central Lyon finds a wide open feed down low and rattling it in, and down goes Alexis Austin for 2. Here's Schilling up ahead to Linder. Linder over to the corner. Gruey thought about the 3, thought better of it. Here's Style. Style back to Gruey.
You know, we got to compliment Schilling, too, you know, for as big and strong as she is. She doesn't just stand in the middle of the paint, and she guards man-to-man. Then she'll get in there and rebound when she has to. Very nice possession.
Metzger comes away with that board. Shot clock's off, under 20 seconds to play. Central Lyon going to play with pace. Nice backdoor feed in. The finish by Cheyenne Struckman. Struckman's 2. Stretches it to a 9-point game. The press giving North Mahaska some fits here to finish the quarter. Style down 2-1. Schilling never gets a shot off, and it's 18-9 through a quarter of play. An exciting one here at Wells Fargo Arena in the 5-4 matchup Certainly a good one. Any quick thoughts here on the first quarter?
No, just really good action on both sides, right? Let's see if they can't settle in. Kind of the big punch early that led to the whole lead right now for Rock Valley.
All righty, well, we'll head to a break. When we come back here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, we'll get you quarter number 2 as North Mahaska trails Central Lyon.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
It's Frank. Frank. Mr. Frank. And just what you did now, I think you're the best ever.
In your neighborhood, there's a place so good. It's so nice to be at a store meant for me. The feeling of family, you have to agree.
Wow, thanks, Fairway Frank.
Welcome to Fairway, your Fairway family.
Across Iowa, hundreds of neighborhood banks are providing jobs, supporting businesses, and strengthening our communities. Here, success is built by you, and the life you build is backed by Iowa Bank. See what we mean at iowabankers.com. Quarter number 2 underway. North Mahaska trailing 18-9 against Central Lyon. North Mahaska with the ball right now, going to work. Can't get that shot up and in, and it's a rebound for Metzger going back the other way.
Yeah.
Central Lyon, Rock Rapids with the ball here in purple and gold. North Mahaska Warhawks in the white and red.
And it's a little bit of a danger time, right? Like, if you're North Mahaska, I think you got to be careful because Central Lyon, it just feels like they're putting them on the ropes a little bit.
North Mahaska pressing their way offensively as well here tonight. And certainly been an entertaining one to start. No shortage of points and no shortage of turnovers. You said in the pregame, steal it. Lots of steals as well. Here's Schilling. Puts up the jumper. A little strong offensive or defensive rebound by Vanderzee. Out in transition now. Central Lyon wants to play fast. It's Hugendorn, kicks it out. The 3 look, no go for Struckman. Rebound by Metzger. Puts it back up and in, and she'll live there all night if she can.
We're going to get a timeout here.
Just going to be a 30. And so out of that, I think obviously North Mahaska feels like they're running around a little bit too much, chasing the ball.
Well, and I think right now they're loosening up, right? And so those shots on the perimeter are giving Central Lyon a bit of an angle to go get offensive rebounds, and they're just a little too big and strong if given any space. And so that's going to really cause a problem for North Mahaska as they go on. They got to figure out a way to get tight and get organized on the defensive end.
On offense, Central Lyon has really spread out the scoring. Obviously, Aubrey Metzger got out fast. She's got 8 points thus far. Cheyenne Struckman's got 4. For North Mahaska, it's 2 players have done the scoring tonight. Sydney Anderson's got 5. Brecken Schilling's got 4 for them, and they'll have to disperse some of that scoring a little bit more if they want to keep this game tight, down 11.
A much better job against the pressure, though, for North Mahaska.
Here's Gruey, just looking for some real estate to work. Out to Stile. Stile works it across and over to Reed Shaw.
Central Lyon's just so strong in that half-court defense. They have so many athletic girls.
Alexis Austin with the strip and out in transition. Can't get the runner to go. But a nice save out to Metzger. Metzger drives the lane, and she'll take a tumble down the key, but pops right back up. Foul was on the floor.
Really nice job.
We got a foul there on Sydney Anderson. Central Lyon maybe got a little bit of out in front of their skis on the fast break, a little bit caught underneath the hoop.
Right.
But they retain possession, and they'll stick with it.
little bit of a 1-4 across here. Obviously, keep an eye on Schilling here. You're going to use yourself to screen right off the bat.
Nice little kick out. The 3, no go. That ball will rattle around and somehow find Metzger. Metzger, the hoop and the hack. 3-point play opportunity for the Central Lyon center.
Yeah, she just got such soft hands, right? And they're just, it's a real problem on the offensive boards. They're moving their feet, they're getting around, and then they're just bigger and stronger. And Schilling just showing off all her skills right now.
Metzger gets that one to flush through. Her 11th. She's been plenty busy tonight.
Oh, good pass.
But look at the break of the press and an easy lay-in at the other end. And if you're North Mahaska, you need more of that. Kayla Reedshaw gets her first field goal of the night. Lefty finish, no go. Defensive board for North Mahaska. They'll break the press once again and get out in transition. The 3 off the back iron. And Central Lyon will tamp things down just a bit. Metzger dribbles into some traffic, and that will stay with Central Lyon. Peyton Sanders let that 3 fly. I don't mind the look from her. She had plenty of time.
You know, and you keep seeing it from Central Lyon, right? If they get under control after the pressure, they've had such good success on offense.
Dribbling into the lane, nice little kick out there, and working it around back to the horn is Georgie Odakoven, and they keep working it around. The 3, the look up and in goes Taylor Ripkema. The freshman once again comes up with a big bucket.
She had a little smile on her face after that one. They all count.
What a feeling for a freshman at state. A nice little feed off to the front door and through some traffic goes Sydney Anderson. Anderson's bucket there settles things down. Central Lyon up 13 here, though.
Good trap. Yeah.
And that's an over and back as Vanderzee just runs out of real estate.
We talked about North Mahaska might give you some different looks, right? That time it was a little bit more of a 3-quarter man, and then they trapped right as soon as Central Lyon got it over the half-court line.
North Mahaska going to need more of that defensive prowess to get themselves back in this game down 13. Still early on, we saw a couple big comebacks earlier tonight. Certainly at state, anything can happen. North Mahaska will work it into Schilling. Schilling trying to work through traffic.
Got to keep Schilling involved, I think. Good pass.
Nice feed, back door, a little bit strong. No, is Anderson, and there's a foul there.
Yeah, that's just where it gets tricky at the state tournament, right? You see somebody a little bit different right there, and that's it's a big wall to get over inside. Good basketball, but just weren't able to finish.
And North Mahaska's had that look a couple of times with the drive and the kick to the back door.
Mm-hmm.
Just got to find a way to finish those, as you mentioned, and now Central Lyon goes back into their offense here. The Lions being paced by Aubrey Metzger. Skip pass down into the key now.
Good take.
Shifty move there by Odakoven. Just couldn't get it to go, but you like the look.
Yeah, I like the post moves, right? Good footwork. Just wasn't able to get it to fall.
This is a Central Lyon team that certainly hasn't gone deer in the headlights with this spotlight on them
Good
tonight.
deep.
North Mahaska now at the top of the arc, got to work through traffic themselves. Sanders.
Yeah.
Off the dribble, a little bit of a moving screen here.
That starts by good defensive engagement off the ball by Central Lyon, right? They have all 5 of their girls locked in good defensive stances, and that's how you earn some of those fouls.
Kayla Reedshaw called for that foul on the illegal screen.
Let's see if Central Lyon attacks a little different. Good, I like that right there. Get the ball to Metzger right in the middle.
And a nice drive by Struckman. Struckman fearless to the rack.
Good organization right there by Central Lyon, right? Flash, your best player, really good big target, and then attack off the weak side.
North Mahaska does a nice job to break the press themselves. Coming right back at it. Here's Style. Settling
the
things
defensive,
back down.
Yeah, love the defensive intensity right now. They are really getting after it on this end of the court.
Here's an open 3 look and cans it.
Needed it.
Hello, Peyton Sanders. A big 3 for Sanders, and North Mahaska certainly showing early fight in this second quarter.
Going to go into a 2-3 zone now, North Mahaska. Little different look.
Struckman drove there, ran into that 2-3 zone you talked about.
Let's see. So far, been super impressed with Central Lyon and the way they get organized on offense. Now against this 2-3 zone, let's see if they can't work that ball through the high post, maybe a little high-low with Metzger.
Metzger will inbound. Up top to Danica Hugendorn. Hugendorn kicks it down to the corner. The big skip pass across and out to Vanderzee. Vanderzee going to resettle to Hugendorn. Back to Vanderzee, a little two-man game. Vanderzee kicks to the corner. Drive and dish, and the shot clock runs out. 35 seconds on that shot clock. Just got a little bit unaware of that. You've got to feel it a little bit, have that internal clock going.
And it's a little different down here, too, isn't it? Like the coaches are a little farther away, just more noise. Good defensive possession by North Mahaska. Nice job by Coach mixing it up a little bit, too.
Style nearly has it taken away from her, but sticks with it. North Mahaska now getting set into their offense. Schilling driving, takes it to the rack, gets fouled. I think they're going to call a shooting foul on that.
Going to give her 2.
That foul on Vanderzee. Ada Vanderzee, and they will keep it on the floor.
Yep. You see more hands touching the ball, right? Like they're moving the ball. They're not dribbling quite so much. I think they're having more effectiveness on the offensive end with that mentality.
28-16, 2:19 to play. Inbound out to the corner to Style. Style running out of some space there.
Feels like
a little bit of a weave. And a 3 off the front iron there from Peyton Sanders, and you got another offensive foul.
John, I was just going to say, it feels like a big 2 minutes for North Mahaska, right? They need to get back into it. That's a costly foul because anytime it's 90 feet away from the other team's basket, and now they're going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
And it's going to be Taylor Ripkema, the freshman, back at the line here. She had the big 3 just a couple minutes ago for Central Lyon. And even more importantly, North Mahaska can't afford any fouls these final 2 minutes because it's an automatic 2 points in the double bonus. Ripkema comes up short on attempt number 1.
Man, really long, lanky freshman. Gonna set up for a really good run here at Central Lyon.
Good mix of from freshmen to seniors on this from on this Central Lyon roster. I apologize. Attempt number 2 will roll in and out. Ripkema goes over, and no harm to North Mahaska. Schilling now into the front court. Stops her dribble, hands off to Stiles. Schilling for 3, the long 3, gets it to go.
Yeah, there you go. Just gonna say, gotta have it right there. Get her back in the game. Now you gotta back it up with a stop. You've cut it to 9.
A big 3 from Schilling has this game back within arm's reach. 3 now from Ripkema. Nothing but air from the freshman, and that ball tipped out of bounds. And as you mentioned, a big 2 minutes here. We feel some momentum shifting.
Yep. See if they can't continue to take care of the ball against pressure. That is North Mahaska.
Schilling off the dribble. Goes through the double team. Gonna go right at Metzger. Off the window, nice floater, rattles down. Brecken Schilling taking things over.
Switching to this 3/4, half court. There, they got another chance.
Linder gets the tip, forcing a bad pass there over Metzger's hands, and back to Schilling they'll go. Schilling ahead to Style. This game just 7 now, under a minute to play as that ball just off the hands of Peyton Sanders. Wasn't quite ready for it. It happens. You get a little bit of excitement in you and a little bit more pepper on your passes.
Let's take a look. Coach Graffing right here. Let's see. She wants to get that ball into Metzger in the middle, right? Yep, there you go. That's one way to do it.
Metzger with the left and gets fouled. Sydney Anderson trying to make her appeal, but rarely see those work, unfortunately, for Sydney.
Yeah, they have the right spacing on a 2-1-2 there against kind of a 1-2-2. Even guard front against an odd guard defense, but they got to make sure to beat that initial pressure if you're Central Lyon, right? You want to make sure to get it there, because once they're getting it inside, good things are happening.
Metzger misses her first, and this is, again, pivotal right now because you're in the double bonus and automatic 2 free throws, and You're up 7. Metzger will get that second one to fall.
It's funny how you can almost see the nerves settling as the game goes on, right?
Shoulders kind of flatten out a little bit as that pass bounds off Metzger's knee. Style dribbles in, kicks back out. The 3 doesn't quite roll through. That ball corralled by Reipkema. And Central Lyon will possibly have final possession if they want it. That ball tied up. Good awareness there. Got to tip the cap to Peyton Sanders to try and create that jump ball.
Well, and we've talked about this a few times, right? Linder there at the point of that 1-2-2 has really given Central Lyon a few problems here in the second quarter. Let's see if they decide to hold for one here. You know, they got a comfortable 8-point lead.
It's been a nice response from North Mahaska since going down double digits. Central Lyon going to try and settle it down to finish off the half.
The other thing that it did is it allowed them to get their point guard Van de Zee back in the game.
Struckman couldn't get it to go, but the freshman Reipkema, Johnny on the spot, picks up the rebound and the putback. Reipkema with a great first half. Obviously, Aubrey Metzger does what she does best, puts up 12 points in that quarter, but Reipkema, the freshman, second on the stat sheet with 7.
Fun half,
right?
Basketball. Really up and down, good pace. North Mahaska did what they needed to do to get back in it. Now both teams can go see what kind of adjustments they can make. Should be set up for a good second half.
31-21 is where we sit at the break. It's Central Lyon ahead of North Mahaska in this one. You don't want to go anywhere. When we come back on the girls' digital network, we'll get you some thoughts about this half as well as get you ready for quarter number 3.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Different people have different needs, so Delta Dental of Iowa has affordable dental and vision coverage that meets you where you are. Small business on a budget? We have options with no employer costs. Traditional Medicare plans don't cover dental, but we do. And if you can't get benefits at work, you can buy direct from us. Plus, we give back to local communities, so you help make an impact. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, for your community.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet? Now that's worth the hype. Pump it up with Unleaded 88.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome back into Wells Fargo Arena here in Des Moines, Iowa. Here with you live on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, as we get ready here, inching closer for the second half. Fans' official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Time to get your smartphones out. Just scan the QR code on your screen and visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. Always great to see the merch. Always great to see how the Union really does this up for these young women who work so hard throughout the course of the basketball season to get to this point in the year. And I can't compliment the Union enough on the work that they do.
100%. And, it's kind of fun. You watch the momentum of the week at these tournaments, right? You kind of start off, and the quarterfinals brings in a lot of different schools, and it gets everyone kind of excited. And we're in for a big weekend of basketball down here at the Wells Fargo Arena.
And they've been doing this a long time, obviously making it a special occurrence. I've got to go back to my days as a high schooler in the Des Moines area. I was here for Roosevelt's run to a state title in 2006. Even sadly came across some old videos of a young John Schaefer in the audience at one point cheering on those Rough Riders. But, I go back to those memories, and even for the fans, parents, student sections, it's a memory for them as well as the girls on the floor.
No doubt about it, and that's what one of the fun things about basketball is too, right? It is a game that I think the crowd feels part of it. It's a lot of energy, a lot of excitement. There's just nothing better than March, and I think high school basketball kicking off all of March is always a lot of fun.
Well, let's talk about a little bit more what we saw in that first half of action. Certainly an enjoyable basketball game, as you see there, Central Lyon up 10 on North Mahaska. You said it going into the break to me. If not for those first couple minutes, this is a really close ball game.
Yeah, and North Mahaska has done it just like we thought they needed to. They picked up the pressure a little bit. They're having a lot of trouble when that ball gets inside, right? Aubrey Metzger is 5 for 5 from the field, has 12 points, doing a great job. Obviously, Reipkema, she has also been a problem, and got that last putback right there. But North Mahaska slowly started inching forward. You could almost see them relax, and sometimes that feels that way, especially when a team was so much bigger than you and a little more physical, Central Lyon was. And so they settled in. Big first 4 minutes coming out. North Mahaska is going to have to pick up that pressure, lead to some offense through their defense and see what they can do.
Well, we'll get you ready for quarter number 3. We'll take a look at the first half stats after a quick break. We'll be right back with more basketball. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
once again back inside of Wells Fargo Arena. John Schaefer alongside Chris Larson on tonight's call. Central Lyon up on North Mahaska 31-21. And let's take a look at those first half stats. And Chris, what stands out to you as we look up and down the score sheet?
Well, obviously the Stars doing a good job for both teams, right? Aubrey Metzger hasn't missed a shot. You know, she missed one free throw, 12 points. She also has 6 rebounds. And Brecken Schilling, I thought really in the second quarter did a great job. She has 9 total points, 4 for 5 from the field, which is outstanding. You know, the one that really stands out to me, John, is the rebounding right now. The Central Lyon has a 21-8 rebounding advantage over North Mahaska. And let's be honest, that's probably the difference in the game.
Absolutely. That and second chance opportunities, second chance scoring, 11 points off of second chances. And turnovers, obviously, 8-7. Both teams employing that press rigorously.
You know, and North Mahaska did a nice job because probably of those 7 turnovers, 3 or 4 were within the first minute maybe of the game. And so they settled in nicely. They're going to have to figure out something, though, to keep Central Lyon off the boards in the second half.
Alrighty, well, we'll get you ready for quarter number 3 here in just a moment. We'll be right back with more basketball. Again, watching Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
This game is heating up, folks. Frank squares up like a butcher block on defense. Audie with the fadeaway. She's on fire. Literally, that is. The net has been burned to a crisp.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
This is a matchup for the ages. Audie cuts a path straight to the paint, and she serves up a slam dunk. I hope Audie may have the win, but Frank really got the W on that play. That's got to hurt.
Welcome back here with you live on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Getting ready for the start of the second half, just about a minute away from the inbound to quarter number 3. And again, let's run through a quick stat line. I just want to mention, as you said, Brecken Schilling leading things for North Mahaska with 9 points, and then Sydney Anderson with 7. You either got to lean heavier into those two, or you got to start dispersing some of that scoring the way Central Lyon has.
Yeah, and one thing I think we got to take a look at, right? Central Lyon 1 for 7 from 3, North Mahaska 2 for 7. Not that that's either of theirs necessarily go-to strength. They're more defensive oriented, and you know, North Mahaska wants to get up and down and attack the rim. But let's see which team can knock down a couple in the third quarter. It's probably going to lead and catapult them into victory if they can.
The other standing out stat is 4 of 7 from the free throw line. North Mahaska only got to the stripe 1 time.
Yeah.
And if you're North Mahaska, you got to put a little bit of pressure on Aubrey Metzger to maybe take a foul or 2 here and create a chance at the charity.
Let's see right off the start, right? You know, normally you got all halftime. You can come out. You kind of know how they're guarding you. See if North Mahaska can't run their favorite set, maybe get something downhill and get to that free throw line.
It'll be Brecken Schilling to inbound things, and we are underway here in quarter number 3 on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. It's Style dribbling into traffic, nearly has it stripped. He's able to tip it back to Gruey.
You know, one other thing to look at, Hugendorn gets back on the floor now for Central Lyon, and that's going to be big. She got 2 fouls early, and that's when things got a little bit, you know, more even, I would say, in this game.
North Mahaska eating up that shot clock, looking for the right shot. Style hands off.
Boy,
Styles got defense. 2 seconds, gets it off the runner, finds a way to the bottom of the barrel. Sometimes you heave up a prayer and it is answered by Style.
But their patience was rewarded, right? Look at that,
Absolutely, and then a drive down Broadway. Danica Hugendorn, you said it, Chris.
Yep.
Her presence is a big part of it. And It's a big bucket for Hugendorn.
Well, and against that half-court trap, she got right to the middle, right where the soft spot of that zone, and just a great finish with the runner.
Hesitation by Reedshaw. She'll kick it back out. We've got a 3-look, comes up a little bit short there for Sydney Anderson. And I pointed out in the last game I called, but sometimes you get into the big gym and your depth perception goes a little bit off.
Let's see if Central Lyon can't continue to attack this middle. There it is right there. You can see they drew it up at halftime. They're executing a little better against this trap.
Hugendorn, a little stretch pass, a little strong there from Struckman, but rebound goes right back to Central Lyon. Hugendorn going to drive, runs into a brick wall. We've got a push. Sydney Anderson puts her hands up like, what am I supposed to do?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. North Mahaska is going to have to get these rebounds, right? They got to finish possessions with a rebound because this is another opportunity for second chance points.
Central Lyon up 10. Inbounds pass out to the corner. Struckman drives, little floater goes off the front iron. Strong rebound by Schilling. Schilling now into the front court. Doesn't give Central Lyon a chance to really get the press rolling. Here's Gruey. Gruey heaves one up, rattles one home. Regan Gruey's first field goal of the night. Good. Central Lyon, that's going to be a kick, but good defense by Reedshaw. And Central Lyon maybe getting a little stagnant there.
Yep. It's always tough, right? You know, their initial action broke it the first time, but then sometimes your initial action is just going to break that, and then you got to get organized and run good half-court offense. 2-3 zone still for North Mahaska. Got to get that high post involved right there.
Central Lyon will work it, try and find a back door. Nice little up and under, and that's going to draw a foul on Schilling. Brecken Schilling's foul will send Odekoven into the line for the shoot 2.
We could just call her Georgie, too.
Georgie,
I like it. Kind of a fun name, isn't
Georgie
it?
Odekoven.
But really good structure there by Central Lyon, right? 2-3 zone, you want to, they're just going with a 3-out, 2-in look, and that opposite post flashes to the middle, gets a good look. That's the soft spot of the zone.
Odekoven hit the first, rattles one out and away on her second attempt. 1 for 2 at the line. North Mahaska now trying to get set in their offense here.
I'm super impressed with the half-court offense of Central Lyon, right? They just do a really good job off the ball with getting in their gaps, sliding their feet, and helping each other out.
Open look for 3. Why not have a go off the iron, though? Was Hargis. But creating a turnover and going right back at it is Gruey. Gruey can't get the bank in to go. Trying to create another press. Here's a 4-on-1 for Central Lyon. A little strong on the floater is Hugendorn, and then we're going to get an offensive foul going Georgie Odekoven's way.
Got to get that to the wing, right? Every coach runs it. It's a 2-on-1. You got to spread it out a little bit. A little different than a 3-on-2. So good defense, though, by North Mahaska there. I think it was, who was that?
Missed the number.
Redshaw, maybe. Yeah, it was just going out of the game. But I think she was kind of the lone soldier out on an island, and she did a good job.
Linder checks in here for North Mahaska. Substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. Here comes Gruey into the front court. Gets double team, nice break of it. Finds Stiles. Stiles going to go into the key, get the little runner off the bank, can't go. Hugendorn now going to try and find some space of her own.
They just look a little more comfortable with Hugendorn out there, don't they?
Metzger just fighting her way in for the loose ball, puts it up and in, her first bucket of the second half for 2 more. Central Lyon poised up 11.
Careful, good.
Good awareness there by Hargis. Style over to Gruey, down into the post they go. Hargis can't get it to go, but nice find by Linder to jump in there, get the rebound, and put it back up and in. Her first points of the night. We said it coming out of the halftime break. North Mahaska, if they want to get back into it, it's going to have to find some scoring from all over the floor.
And Linder, I feel like, has brought good energy. Just finally got to see the ball go through. But there she got her hands on another basketball.
And that'll create a transition opportunity for Schilling. Schilling can't get the runner to go, but guess who? Linder there puts it back up. No. Hargis, no. Metzger rejected. Linder gets a reach in there, and that's going to be another foul on Natalia Linder, the sophomore guard.
Yep.
A little bit of chaos there back and forth.
It really was, but I like the energy. I think that's how North Mahaska has to play, right? And one thing, if you're Central Lyon, I think as they get some subs and stuff, they got to make sure they're taking care of the ball after a rebound, right? Because North Mahaska just will start pressing. That's a great pass.
Hugendorn, the nice find underneath and the wonderful finish.
Yeah, Hugendorn is just a settling influence on the offensive end for Central Lyon.
She is certainly leaned on, and the junior looking more like a senior as this game goes on. Schilling puts up a 2. Does not go, but draws a foul. You like the effort there. Kept her pivot foot going and said, I'm just going to try and force the issue a little bit.
Well, and great players and great scorers, they can create contact, and that's part of their game, right? So she was patient, like you said, used her pivot foot very effectively and got to the line.
Metzger's first foul of the game. We also talked about that, trying to attack her a little bit more as Schilling off the front iron and away on her first shot.
Something we got to keep an eye on, too, is just the foul situation, right? North Mahaska is starting to get into just a real danger zone with a few of their primary players.
Yep.
So we're going to have to keep an eye on that as the half continues.
Schilling goes over at the charity stripe herself. There's a turnover, though. That ball tipped away. Sorry, not a turnover. Style gets a hand on it, though. That's good defense by Style. Got an active student section on both sides behind us, letting the official know. Good call.
A little late night student section, right? They're ready. This is their prime time of day.
Nice little skip pass across to Vanderzee, and then the little floater doesn't go for Austin. But a good look, no less.
Good execution again, right, against that 2-3 zone. We keep talking about it, but their posts are doing a great job of flashing from the weak side, finding the heart of that middle, and then kind of put that middle person in a bind, right, because they have Schilling and they got to stay back on, and so it really opens things up.
Hugendorn amongst the trees, can't get it to go, but there's Aubrey Metzger once again. She's up to 4 in this half.
And a steal.
And the backdoor feed and finish off that steal. Alexis Austin a couple more, and that's going to force another timeout because that press causing all sorts of fits. It's a full timeout. So we'll head to a quick break with more basketball on the other side. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
And we're back inside of Wells Fargo Arena here in Des Moines, Iowa. Certainly been a fun night of basketball. John Schaefer with Chris Larson tonight. You'll get us back here for the nightcap tomorrow evening as well. We got plenty of basketball ahead as we tap into the 1A sections tomorrow night. And certainly fun one brewing here as we tip under 2:45. Central Lyon has a little bit more control in this game, up 15 to North Mahaska. What are you saying to your team as a coach?
Yeah, right now you want them just to hang in there, right? You're saying hang in there, hang in there. You've won over 20 games this year, right? Keep playing hard. Good things will happen. Shoot it with confidence. You're trying to just preach a lot of good thoughts and then just take it one possession at a time, right? Because they're in a pretty big hole, if we're being honest. There's a lot of things. And the big thing is, let's be honest, they don't have an answer for Metzger right now.
Schilling has been a big bright spot. Obviously, the scoring's been spread around here for North Mahaska as they have to try and break the press once again. Tipped up in the air and stolen. Laid in at the other end with the left is Odakoven. Georgie Odakoven with another bucket. North Mahaska breaking the press nicely there, but Metzger tips it away, and then it gets booted into the corner by Reipkema. Nice effort by Metzger to get a hand on it, and this lead up to 17.
Well, and what a wonderful job, because that was really a smart pass to go low with the bounce pass, but she got all the way down there and deflected it. She has just shown off a lot of really good high-level skills for someone so tall.
North Mahaska, Style looks inside to Schilling. Schilling going to press the issue. Metzger stays vertical, gets the block. Nice feed to the backside. Gruey, the bucket and the foul. Regan Gruey's going to come to life if this North Mahaska team's going to fight back into it.
Yeah, and she's a scrapper, right? You know, she's obviously been one of their better players, a really good defender, but I don't think you're going to see any quit in this North Mahaska team. I just don't think that's in their DNA.
Gruey will get it to fall through. 3-point play for her, cuts the lead down to 14.
1-2-2, half-court trap. Got to get somebody in the middle.
Odakoven, the nice little crossover, looks back door. That ball tipped and will stick with Central Lyon. I like the view there from Odakoven. Just couldn't quite get the bounce pass to fit between the defenders.
I really like it. One thing I'd like to compliment Central Lyon on, too, is really great communication throughout this game. I've seen it oftentimes with all their players really talking on those dead ball situations. That really can help you as a tournament goes on, and especially in these really tough games down here because you're kind of isolated on the floor.
That ball going out of bounds off the face of Regan Gruey, and quick check by Odakoven on her to say, hey, sorry about that, never intentional. Those will sting a little bit. Working it around the horn, the three look for Vanderzee off the mark. Offensive board, Odakoven comes up with it. Goes up and under, gets fouled by Schilling, and Odakoven will head back to the charity stripe.
Yep.
Shoot two.
Yeah, those offensive boards, it's just really been a bugaboo for North Mahaska, and it's just hard, right? They're just outsized at almost every position, and it's not that they're not trying, it's not that the effort's not there, but sometimes just the bigger, stronger athlete has the advantage.
Odakoven hits the first. Lions came into the tournament 19-4. She'll roll in the second as well. North Mahaska just 2 losses on the season as the press again creates pressure.
Good hustle.
And that's going to be a held ball, and it'll go back Central Lions' way once again.
It's kind of interesting, right? Really a lot of trouble with that press early. Then they kind of settled in. It's almost like Central Lyon just felt it. Take a look right here. Look at that hustle.
Everyone just flying for that ball, and Central Lyon knows, even up 16, that games can change quickly here at the state tournament. Vanderzee in the corner, thought about the three. She'll kick it inside instead. Austin hesitated. Just looking around a bit, back to Vanderzee. Austin over to the corner. Hugendorn drives baseline, goes up and under, can't get it to go. Metzger comes up with the ball. That's going to be a reach over and a foul on Metzger, her second. She says, I don't know about that.
Darn it all.
It happens. When you're 6'2",
it's hard, right?
Sometimes you just kind of get some displacement going.
Yeah. It's like you playing with your youngins at home, right?
Oh, man. There is no fouling in the Schaefer household. Goes all ways.
Okay, let's see if they can't figure out this pressure again, right? Couple attacking dribbles and then find your teammate.
Style into the front court, does a nice job cutting back across the court. Kind of takes away that defender's back there. Style again at the top of the arc. Got the weave going, it's Gruey down inside the post. Nowhere to really go for Anderson.
Good pass. Good pass.
Nice find though, and Gruey gets it to go through.
Good fight by North Mahaska though, right?
Gruey has certainly been the bright spot in this second half, and for this North Mahaska team, down 14 once again. Not insurmountable, but you need to start getting some stops and converting at the other end quickly as we approach the end of the third quarter here. Under 30 seconds to play, about 13 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock.
Good ball movement right there.
Austin hesitates on the three and thinks better of it. We'll get a three from the other side of things.
Hey!
A bank is open!
It's twice now for Central Lyon.
Danica Hugendorn says, I'll cash the check. The three is good.
Got another clock.
North Mahaska, 5 seconds to go. Style. Schilling just chucks it up at the horn off the front iron. And that is how the third quarter will close. 49-32, Central Lyon leading North Mahaska after the bank opens up for Danica Hugendorn's three.
Great quarter right there for Central Lyon, and they put that pressure on them again right away, knocking down shots, A lot of offensive rebounds. A really, really impressive quarter.
And we'll be right back with that, with more basketball after the break. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
And we're back inside of Wells Fargo Arena. Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, getting ready here. Quarter number 4 underway. 8 minutes to play in this 4-5 matchup. It is the 5 seed Central Lyon leading the 4 seed North Mahaska. Nice find on the back door, putting it up just off the mark was Reed Shaw, and that ball's going to stick here with North Mahaska. 49-32 point ball game. It's been an entertaining one. A lot of defense turning into offense tonight.
Wanted to compliment Cheyenne Struckman. She does a really nice job on the health defense. She really has been getting them organized all night. Not a lot of things on the stats, but defensively she's making a great impact just with intelligence, quick hands.
Need that floor general on the floor. Sometimes stat sheets don't tell you everything about a player's night. Gruey, though, has certainly been an impact on the stat sheet and on the floor for North Mahaska. There you see the pull-up J, Regan Gruey.
Nope.
And another turnover here.
Oh, easy.
Always a little scary, and a nice little laugh. No harm done there for Kayla Reed Shaw as she hurdled over one of the signage sponsor boards there on the baseline. Not a lot of room to operate. As Central Lyon will inbound.
I really like that when you use your bigs to come up and help you against pressure. It's harder to trap them in the corners, and then the guards get to cut.
They'll work it to Metzger.
Metzger
Down low. Nice feed down low. You said it. Georgie Odakoven, another bucket. Metzger shows off the prowess with the assist there.
So many nice pieces on this Central Lyon team, right? And all of them are starring in their role, I would say, tonight.
North Mahaska needs an immediate answer here, down 17 now. Schilling, nice little feed off. That's a shot you want to see taken, but it's okay. Keep that possession in your favor. Schilling again with the ball now, top of the arc. She's going to work her way to the hole, can't get it to go, and that's going to go back Central Lyon's way here. Defensive board for Alexis Austin. Vanderzee now dribbles into the front court, hands off to Austin.
Back to man-to-man now for North Mahaska.
Struckman to Metzger, open look for Vanderzee. Vanderzee's three just short, clings off the iron. Schilling comes away with the defensive rebound. Outlet ahead. Reed Shaw takes it into the key. Nice little feed off there to Anderson. Anderson just can't get it around anybody there, and that turns into a turnover. Struckman now. Good patience, finds Odakoven. Odakoven can't get it to go. Now we're getting into a little bit more back and forth basketball.
Well, and if you're North, we're going to get a timeout, but they're probably all right with that because that's probably the only way you're going to knock into a 17-point lead.
Got to get a little bit of a reset. 30-second timeout here. Now, if you're Central Lyon, what are you saying in this huddle as you're up 17, 5:40 to play?
Yeah, I think Coach right now is telling them, hey, we don't have to take that first decent shot. We don't have to force anything. You know, if we can get that shot clock under 10, 15 seconds and do that 4 or 5 times, you probably have won the ball game, right? So again, getting back to some of our seeds of the game at the beginning, taking care of that basketball. That's a good offensive possession. Doesn't always have to be a score. Just don't get into a habit of where you get careless with quick shots or turnovers that could lead to easy baskets for North Mahaska.
North Mahaska will inbound. It's Linder. Checking in once again. Substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. The corner three from Gruey. No go, but nice tip out and reset with Style. Style over to Hargis. Hargis inside. Gruey again. And Gruey's just forcing the issue here. She'll go back to this charity stripe, shoot 2.
You know, one thing I love down here is I love when good players play good. And that obviously it's exciting for everyone, but some of these really high-level players, they've worked so hard on their game and to get down here, and it's really fun when you see them get to show off their skills.
Well, and it's also fun to see teams that don't typically play each other. You look up and down these schedules, and these teams don't play each other at all during the regular season, so you get to see best on best, and it really is a culmination of the best 8 teams in the state.
Yeah, absolutely.
At this time of the year. Here comes Hugendorn with some speed, settles it back down to Otakoven, and then back over to Ripkema.
Boy, they just haven't made many mental mistakes tonight. Really good execution right there.
Hugendorn back to Ripkema, and that comes with preparation. That comes with
coached,
understanding the moment. Struckman, nice little feet underneath. Metzger just can't get the roll to go, but the put it back by Ripkema does not go. She'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Aubrey, that's her first miss of the night.
I mean, hey, a freshman, you got to tip your cap to the night she's had. Obviously, some big points, some big buckets at times here, and she'll try and add to her night with a couple of free throws.
Super impressed, though, with this Central Lyon team. I love that they got themselves under control, ran good half-court offense. It just seems like all those things are well. And then in the half-court, really taking advantage of their size, do a great job on those high lows.
I got to ask, as a team, as a coach that's been here, how often did you scout the next game for who you were possibly playing in that semifinal?
Yeah, I'm sure that they did. What we always did is we kind of divvied it up with our assistant coaches, and typically you'd have 3 of them, and everybody would kind of take. So one person was in charge of game 1, which is the most important one, and then next 2, you'd kind of scout that game and the other side of the bracket. Probably didn't worry about the other side of the bracket quite as much until, you get to the semis.
A 3 there, just off the mark from Hargis.
Head up.
The outlet ahead to Metzger, just out of a reach, and I think Otakoven is like, give it back to me.
Yeah. One thing, though, to keep in mind, and this probably gives great confidence to Central Lyon, is North Mahaska did meet with Eddyville-Blakesburg, the number 1 seed, who it's looking like Central Lyon's going to match up with, right? And it was a relatively close game, about a 9-point game, so you'd think sometimes just score matching like that gives you a lot of confidence heading into the next round.
Good collapse on defense by Central Lyon, forces another Warhawks turnover, and Central Lyon can slowly kind of salt this one away now at this point, up 18. Ripkema up to Metzger. Metzger back over to Hugendorn, and nice passing there. Taken away, good defense by Hargis to step in and intercept the pass down low to Metzger. That turnover creates an opportunity here for the Warhawks to cut into that 18-point deficit. Schilling into the front court.
Brewer again, putting her head down. Nice job.
Brewer draws a foul.
And as you take a look, too, none of the losses on Central Lyon's schedule were bad losses. Hinton, who's playing at the state tournament. Rock Valley, Esterville, who was at the state tournament. Sioux Center, state tournament. I mean, they're a very, they have been challenged, but obviously are a battle-tested team, and they're here for the long run this week.
Weighing at the other end from Vanderzee, who just checked in. Mind you, substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. Vanderzee, just a freshman, Ada is. Ooh. Had to work around the pick there. Nice little runner, just cannot get it to go, and it's a frustrating moment there for Gruery, but no less great take. Austin over to Ripkema. Ripkema to Vanderzee.
See if they don't try and look at that high-low action again here on the ball reversal.
Vanderzee Over to Hugendorn, and then they're going to work it back to Austin here. Hugendorn.
Good cut.
Nice cut, great feed. Couldn't quite get the finish to go. It's a foul. Shooting 2 is Metzger.
Well, and sometimes it's a little different when they come down to the tournament. Like maybe haven't seen them quite as much. If you're some of us who live in the Des Moines area, one thing that has become glaringly obvious to me is Hagedorn is a really big factor. When she went out earlier in the game, that really changed them. They look different with her being able to play the entire second half.
Metzger gets it to go there. You're right about that. Obviously, the 2 fouls early. She hasn't taken a foul since, if my stats are correct, and shockingly they are, keeping up with all this tonight.
How about that?
Metzger has a double-double currently, 17 points, 10 boards. Big night for her, make that 18 points. Double-double on a state tournament stage is always
not
the tip
bad,
of the
right?
cap.
Well, and she's done it right. She's got the school record for points in the game, 39. School record for rebounds in the game, 23. What a season she's having, and looks like she's going to be playing in the semifinals in a couple days.
See, a lot of seniors on the Central Lyon team. That's a held ball. Ball will go back to Central Lyon. Metzger, one of those seniors, along with Oda Koven and Alexis Austin. But they also have some pieces coming back next year, which tells you a lot of good build up in the program here for Central Lyon.
And I told you, I've just been so super impressed with their communication out on the court. I feel like they've just been under control, organized on both ends of the floor, really good communication at dead balls. Just really impressive outing for them here at the state tournament.
56-34. Central Lyon in command with under 2:45 to play.
Good.
Metzger looking around, finds an open pass.
Yeah.
Austin over to Vanderzee. We're going to start getting some more substitutions in for Central Lyon. Austin down low to Metzger. Metzger tips it to herself off the window. Can't get it to go. Offensive board put back out of bounds. And here come the subs for Central Lyon.
Yep, going to get a couple
and that'll earn a round of applause for Aubrey Metzger, the senior, with a double-double. 18 points, 10 rebounds tonight for her. Big night, obviously. 11 rebounds now, 18 points. She had just 2 fouls tonight. So congrats to the senior, helping her team likely advance here to the semifinals of the 2A semis. And what a take by Reipkema. You want to talk about developing the program. The freshman's had a big night. She gets the hoop and the hack. 3-point play possibility coming your way right now. Really quick, I do want to give a big thank you again to the Iowa Farm Bureau for presenting the 2025 Girls State Basketball Tournament. As sole title sponsor of Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, Farm Bureau recognizes athletic and academic achievement on the court and in the classroom, helping to nurture Iowa's future leaders. Farm Bureau knows that strong, vibrant schools are the cornerstone of our communities. That's why they are the proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. This amazing Girls State Basketball Tournament, they believe that by investing in our youth, we're investing in Iowa's future. As you get a check out there from Sydney Anderson. And Anderson, I believe, a senior on this team. And it's always emotional. You can talk about that, too, what it's like as seniors check out for the last time. So did, I'm sorry, I need to mention Regan Gruey, who had a big night as well.
And Schilling as well. Oh, no, she's still out there. So Gruey did check out. Yeah, no doubt about it. And you can't forget all the great memories, right? You know, the fun lead up, but the thing of it is only one team ends up winning on the final day, and that's just something that we all have to accept about the basketball tournament, right?
It's the reality of the situation. Still, it's tough, that reality of, you know, being a senior, hanging up that jersey. You take a lot of pride in representing your community, and again, getting here is no easy feat in and of itself, and so you got to tip your cap to North Mahaska on a great season and a good showing tonight. It was a tough matchup against a good Central Lyon team, and they gave them a good fight tonight.
You know, that might surprise you, John, but surprisingly, it didn't feel that much different. I only, one time I guess we got third place. So I only ended our season twice with a win. But the same thing, you just look back on the fond memories and all the fun you had, and it's all about the growth and the journey. And so North Mahaska is going to remember this and this trip with fond memories, and Central Lyon, they also are going to remember it, but they're going to keep fighting for a title, and I think Eddyville might have their hands full in that one.
It's going to be a fun semifinal, to say the least. Obviously, EBF in that first game of the 2A quarterfinals showed off the length that they've got. They've got twin sisters in Molly and Kate Schaefer. Both of them had big nights. Both Molly Schaefer with the biggest of the nights, obviously, but they tout some size as the rest of the North Mahaska lineup checks out for the evening. Brecken Schilling, a senior as well. She'll check out for the last time as a Warhawk. Obviously not an easy thing for her, but yes, obvious. You know, it's been a fun night. Central Lyon, I'm looking forward to that semifinal one. I'll pay close attention to, because I think Central Lyon has the length to match up with the length of EBF, and also that press could create some headaches. It's going to create headaches for everyone.
You know, my final compliment to Central Lyon is I love it. The girls over on the bench, just check out that bench and the energy that they have. That's the positive energy. I happened to walk in with them tonight, and I kind of ran into their picture, and they were some of the nicest, most polite people, and they've played that way out on the floor, right? And I love to see that when the starters are out, and they're equally as excited for these girls who haven't got to play. Really good, positive energy with this basketball team.
One other thing I do need to mention, too, last night we had a fire alarm go off in the middle of the game, and, you know, teams were huddling up outside trying to stay warm, and the ELC girls basketball team was outside, and you know, the Central Lyon team passed off their coats and stood outside with them as well. And, you know, just kind of that whole community thing that comes into mind. Tip of my cap over there to Randy, our director tonight, because he gave us that information. But, again, everyone makes it to state. It is a camaraderie. There's something special and certainly something shared in that as we tick under 20 seconds.
Well, I'll tell you what. Central Lyon has gained a fan in me tonight. Just, again, really good basketball. I thought North Mahaska played really hard. But Central Lyon just, I really enjoyed their energy. I'm going to be enjoying watching them the rest of the week.
Well, we'll see them in the semifinals. Aubrey Metzger, 18-12 with the double-double as Central Lyon tops North Mahaska 59-34 in your 2A quarterfinal nightcap. A fun one tonight. Really quick, final thoughts here before we get to the presentation.
I think we've talked a lot about Central Lyon, but I just want to talk about North Mahaska. You know, there's some tears over there on their sideline. That's how it should be, right? If you don't have some tears at the end of a season, you probably haven't put enough heart into it. And I thought they played with a lot of heart and grit. And, you know, Coach Moore should be really proud. And I think we said it about Central Lyon. They're down here to win it. So it'll be interesting to see.
Brecken Schilling finishes with 9 points. So does Regan Gruey. And then 7 from Sydney Anderson, a couple from Allie Style, and Kayla Reedshaw. We'll get over to the public address announcer for our awards presentation.
Basketball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU, our basketball administrator, Gary Ross, and executive director, Aaron Gerlich. Congratulations to head coach L.E. Moore and the Warhawks of North Mahaska on an outstanding basketball season. And now Aubrey Metzger advance her team to the next round in the official bracket at center court. Congratulations, Lyon. Your team advances to the 2A semifinals and will play Friday, March 7th at 10 a.m.
Obviously an entertaining one once again. Central Lyon wins 59-34. Aubrey Metzger with the double-double, 18 points, 12 rebounds. She also had 1 assist in there. Leading the way, it was a tie for North Mahaska. Brecken Schilling, 9 points, 4 rebounds. Sydney Anderson, 7 points, 6 rebounds. And Regan Gruey, 9 points, 2 assists tonight. Chris, let's wrap it up with the final thoughts, and we'll take a look at the bracket ahead.
You know, the one thing I want to say, I thought Metzger was a star in her role, but I thought then everybody else was a star in their role tonight too. And her, you know, she is the star, but I thought so many good defensive plays, execution, communication. Coach Graffing just has to be super pumped up about the way her girls played, and probably excited for getting them going into the next game.
Well, they'll get a chance to catch their breath. They don't play again until, I believe, is it Friday now at 10 a.m., if I'm looking at my calendar correctly. Yes, it is. 10 a.m. They'll take on the top seed Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont, who beat Trainer 52-45 in the 6:30 game tonight. Tomorrow, we start things off with Regina Catholic taking on Maquoketa Valley. That's a 10 a.m. tip-off here from Wells Fargo Arena. On behalf of my color analyst, Chris Larson, our producer, Randy Nielsen, and all of us here in Des Moines, I'm John Schaefer. Thank you for watching our live coverage of the 2025 Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Have a wonderful night.